Good morning, guys. So today I'm gonna check out an area or a place that I've wanted for a very long time because I'm not interested in that specific city or area itself, but I'm more interested into that lifestyle, which means I'm gonna check out the desert lifestyle or the Western lifestyle that I watch in the movies. So let's see how much of the movies said the truth. And the other thing is that I'll be heading out there with a very young friend. So guys, and this is the young man. Favorite cookies, and it's good to be loaded up on some snacks because it's gonna be a 2-hour drive, and yeah. So let's hit the road. Oh, so good. It was a real good, very smooth 2-hour drive, roughly 115 miles, and right now, like, it really looks like the Western movies. So far my first time in Palm Springs, and honestly I'm kind of surprised by this town or small city because they do have a good nightlife. I mean, it's not a very small town in because it's surrounded by the mountains, but it's not one of those boring towns, so it's really good. So now I really think that I'm gonna come back here again, and yeah, there are some fun activities to do. Good morning, guys. That's the second day in Palm Springs, and unfortunately yesterday I did not shoot so much stuff because my phone died. But don't worry, I'm gonna shoot lots of videos today so that I could show you what I did yesterday. But first of all, the fun part is that here, as I said, here it exceeded my expectations. Because on the map I just saw it's a kind of small town or a town or a small city in the desert, but the fact is that it's really good. Like, they do have here a good nightlife. Lots of the people are outside in the evening and at night, and also you also do see here some young people, and yeah, and they offer you lots of stuff. Like, even they also have here wildlife. You know, if you go far out to the desert, they told me that I could encounter coyotes or mountain lions. So yeah, so right now I'm here with my friend who's an expert of Palm Springs. Gary, is it good?
Oh yeah, great. Best McDonald's
In the US?
Yeah, in the US probably is.
And in the Palm Springs area, maybe.
Definitely in the Palm Springs.
Maybe also the only one too, right?
Yeah.
This is one of the beauties of Palm Springs because the entire city is just surrounded by mountains. So now the grocery shopping for the barbecue of Dan, and yeah, so now we're on the way to the place where it's kind of excited because it's gonna be a kind of wildlife because it's way on the other side of the canyon, and it's also like on the desert. So yeah, excited. So guys, now I'm here, and first of all, the place is really beautiful. It's just desert, you know, as you see, like the Western movies, and or what they call it here, wildlife. So yeah, I'm officially in one of those parts of America that I watch in the movies. So for the past few miles, like 4 or 5 miles, there were not so many cars, and now we got an issue, which is kind of a big issue. I'll show you. So that looks like that. So the car is stuck, so but our way is ahead, so we have to go this way somehow, like few more minutes. We're literally walking on the desert, right?
Oh yeah.
And when you look around, there's nothing else, just us. And we also watch out for the snakes. So yeah, so good. Let's keep moving forward. So yeah, the reason why we have to do it is that we're going now to Terry's place. It's gonna be like 15 more minutes, right? To get some tools to get the car back on the road. That's the goal, right? That's the goal. So it means now 15-minute walk there and 20 minutes back, right? To the car.
Yeah,
Something like that, okay? And it gives me the opportunity to experience this wildlife or this western life, but I wish we had a horse, right?
Oh yeah, that's what we need, really. That is the way to go. A couple of horses.
Like the
a
Clint
couple
Eastwood
pack horses.
movies.
So you'd have 2 horses to ride, and 2 pack horses.
What do you want to say about the wild animals here in this area, in this spot where we are right now? Are we now safe?
Oh yeah, we're pretty much, well, you know, we're pretty much safe. But you know, there's no saying that a mountain lion won't come over that hill.
Okay.
But generally speaking, I think even if you do meet a mountain lion,
Okay.
they're probably not going to attack 2 people.
Uh-huh.
You know, 2 fairly large people, and they're not necessarily going to attack one large person. You know, unless
I heard-
they're-
I heard that they like more the meat of deers because it's somehow it's more sweeter. So
Yeah,
if I'm not
probably,
wrong, yeah.
Yeah, they usually, I think there's not many attacks on people by mountain lions,
so
I think.
the statistics is for us in the last
We're good if you
in
believe
the last
in statistics.
in the last 116 years.
Yeah,
116 years.
Yeah.
No, yeah, in the last 116 years in California, only 35 people were attacked by a mountain lion.
or was that 35 million?
No. 35 million. That would
35,
be
yeah,
that
30.
would be the entire population of the state, so,
Oh,
which
right,
means the state
35.
would die out. 35 people in the last 116 years.
Yeah.
So, which means like yeah, the problem, the
But
chances.
who was it? Well, who was it? Was it Charles Dickens that said something about damned lies and statistics?
Yeah,
You
but
can never, you know, believe statistics. But anyway, you know,
okay, but yes.
joking.
So far, so good. Again,
Yeah.
that's good. You've been in many countries in desert, right?
Oh yeah.
So, what's your best advice to find your way if you are far away, or basically if you're far away from the civilization, or if you're in desert? What's the best way to do?
Well, one of the biggest things you've got to do is get out of the sun.
Okay,
So you've got to find some shade somewhere,
okay,
and then you've got to travel maybe at night time.
at night time
Yeah,
when it's dark.
yeah,
Okay.
or you know where you've got enough lights
Okay,
to see, but the sun's gone down,
so
and
you're
not in
saying
the
you're saying it's good to be out there in the desert when it's dark, or you're saying to avoid it?
I'm saying, well, you're saying get out of the desert. If you're in the desert, you
Ah,
want
to
to
get out of
there.
there
Yeah, this is what we're
before
thinking.
it gets
You've
dark.
got a problem. If you're
Exactly, okay.
in the desert and you're
And
on
it's
your own-
dark, it's gonna be tough, you know,
Well-
to find your way. Okay.
Yeah, but the main, you've got a series of problems.
Okay.
So you've got to be a problem solver. You've got to look at the problems. Some problems are worse than others.
Uh huh.
One of your main problems in the desert is the heat.
Uh huh. Okay.
You're
Yeah.
not going to last very long at all in the heat. You
Okay.
know, it might be a matter of a few hours and you're in a big problem then. So you've got to get out of the heat, find some shade, you know.
So what about the wild animals? How
Well,
to deal with them if
you
you
deal with the
encounter
wild-
them?
If you encounter them, you stand still You don't run, because if you run, then you're prey. You know, you
Because-
become the prey. Anything that runs, they chase it.
Okay, okay, okay,
So you stand still, you look at it. If it's a mountain lion,
okay.
you wave your arms around,
Mhm.
make yourself bigger. You may make a bit of noise, you know, just to kind of scare it off. And usually it'll go away, because it doesn't, you know, it's thinking, you know, is this going to be a problem to me?
Alright.
You know, if they think they can overpower you and they're really hungry.
So it's more like a mental game, right?
Yeah. But you've got to know its body language too. Like I say,
Okay.
once you turn around and start running, you're
It
prey.
means game over.
Game over. But if you stand there and you're looking at it, then
Okay.
it thinks, oh, this thing's not scared of me, whatever it is.
Uh-huh.
You know, and maybe it's dangerous. So it's not gonna.
It's not gonna, okay? It's
attack
not gonna
you.
happen, okay?
Yeah.
So, have you ever encountered a wild animal on your own? Because
Yeah, I
you
have.
say
and-
that
yeah.
you say that you've been to Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran,
Yeah.
and you also went out there on deserts, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I have in the past encountered wild animals and snakes and stuff like that. And like I say, yeah, you've just got to stand your ground to some extent. And if push comes to shove
okay,
and the thing does attack, the best thing you can do really is grab the first rock
okay,
that you can get a hold of, because if you are going to be fighting for your life,
okay.
you want something big and heavy in your hand.
So that you can
And hit it on the side
hit
of
it,
the head.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But, like, you know, most of the time, you know, they leave you alone, I think, you know.
So what's the difference between the Australian and the American deserts? Is it over there really red, like the movies and
Yes, red over in Australia, yeah,
Really?
a lot of red dirt, yeah.
okay?
Uh,
So
and
in the
the other-
US it's not red, it's white.
No, yeah, it's a lot wider, yeah, but it's not that much different. It's
Okay.
a little bit different, but but there is a lot of red clay in Australia. You know, and you feel the weight of that.
Okay.
I've carried them in on my shoulder, a few of them.
When? Like how many months ago?
Oh, a year
Years
ago,
ago.
maybe.
Year ago.
Year ago or so, yeah.
Okay.
But I've brought lots of them in.
Okay. So Terry, what makes you coming all the time to this area over and over?
It has a beauty about it. It has a wild sort of beauty about it. And there's nobody here.
Mhm.
You know, where can you get away from people in some ways, just for a little while? You know, I'm not a recluse. But, and just see this wild, natural beauty,
Mhm.
nature.
Agree.
It's got a charm about it, if you like that kind of thing. Some people like living on the beach, and yeah, okay, I like that too.
I like all of them. I like
Yeah,
living
me
in
too.
the city,
I
on
like
the
a
beach,
whole,
and
yeah,
doing
Yeah.
some stuff like that right now, like going
yeah,
off the civilization and
yeah, off the beaten track, doing
the
something
beaten path, yeah.
different than,
exactly.
you know, just looking in the computer every day and talking about, you know, boring rubbish.
Uh-huh.
Get out
And do some
and see natural beauty and stuff.
So, as of now, that's the end of a long walk, but not the end of the adventure, because this thing that you're seeing right now, we're gonna be staying for the next night here and experience wildlife at night. That's how they say in real estate: location, location, location. And this is the location. Is it now open? Oh,
Yeah.
it's even not locked.
No. No, I think it's.
Okay. even okay. Still needs some work, but uh-huh. Like the kitchen is not remodeled yet, and some other stuff too. So it means that sounds more now adventurous. So now the young man is doing some work to get the work, to get the car on the road back. Oh, new game plan in the Wild West. So, despite the two tools, the shovel and the other thing, we couldn't get the car out of that position. So what we're gonna do is that somewhere over there are some people from the mining area that are still working, and right now it's 2 o'clock, so which means that they're gonna either work till 4 or 5. So now we're just gonna head out to them to ask them for help if they can tow out our car. And when it's done successfully, then our goal is not to go and sleep in the bus overnight. The goal is to go back to Palm Springs and hang out there a bit till late evening and then go back to LA. So that's the goal. And yeah, but honestly, I'm still enjoying the wildlife. So this is for me the wildlife of here, Coachella, in Palm Springs and Palm Desert area. So yeah, if you live in Southern California, it's a good spot if you just wanna, I don't know, if you just wanna come here and get a taste of desert life or Western movie style that you watched in the movies, and yeah, anything like that. So, and the most important thing is also like watch out for the wild animals, like mountain lions and rattlesnakes and some other, I don't know, some other things could be also here. So yeah, but also have fun. Oh yes, that's the sign. It says this: motorists and bicyclists, this road forms the wilderness boundary on your right. Please stay within 100 feet of road. Center line takes 25 miles. Okay, first of all, we did not go 25 miles, but still, it means that here, safety zone, kind of, that one could be dangerous, but the entire time, for the past 10-15 minutes, when we went to the bus, that was somewhere over there. But yeah, but this guy is an experienced guy in this area, so that's why I did it with him. But don't do it alone by yourself if you're I don't know, facing any sign like this here. So yes, don't try it at home. So I talked to the guy in the truck who's at work. He was kind. He told me to go back to the car and wait for him or his colleague who's gonna come. And yes, so yeah, let's see what they can do. So good morning, and unfortunately the bad news of yesterday was that the guys who said that they're gonna come to help us out, they didn't show up, which means that we had to sleep overnight again in this tiny car, which is still stuck over there. And at night when I was here, so I was hoping to maybe to see some wild animal, but they didn't come to our car. But yeah, but the other thing is that in the morning right now it was a really good thing to wake up just in this area, like I still love it to be here, but I hope, and we're gonna give our best to get the car out of that position and get back to LA. But first of all, maybe to check out some areas again in Palm Springs. Oh wow, Terry already started to do some food, and that's the way it looks like. So the price of this adventure was higher than I thought, not in terms of money, but in terms of time. So right now exactly, we're stuck here for 26 hours, which means that yesterday at 11:35 a.m. so our car got into that hole, and we thought, okay, maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe it's gonna take a while, and so we went all the way back there to get the tools, and we dug. It didn't help. So then we had to stay overnight in the car again for the second time in a row. And yeah, so now we got the tow truck, and so we called them, a local company. So yeah, so now let's see how the things will go. All in all, I would say yes, it was worth it. So I didn't know, first of all, that this place was so off the grid. I thought maybe a little bit, but that's really like, when you look around, there's nothing, absolutely nothing. The only thing that I've been seeing for the past 2 days are just here a few construction worker that couldn't, unfortunately, help us as well. So first of all, that's already off the grid, and when you look here to the right or on my left hand side, that's again off the grid. So I drove the car like 1 minute from here, and so that was the place where it got stuck. And when you look here, it's really nothing. Just if you're lucky, you may encounter some mountain lions or some wild animals if you stay alive. But yes, that's a real wildlife, western life, whatever you want to call it.
A few minutes later.
And yes, before coming here, I already knew about it because I saw it so many times on social media. The famous statue of Marilyn Monroe, located in Palm Springs. If you're here, it's definitely worth it to check it out. What's your opinion for getting stuck for 26 hours? What did we learn out of it?
Oh, don't get stuck. No, no, I mean, you just, things, shit happens, doesn't it?
Yes.
And you just got to deal with it.
Yes.
You just deal with what comes along, and there's a lot worse than that comes along, isn't there?
Exactly.
So that's all it was, there's a lot of other things that could have got washed away in a flood or something.
Exactly. So right now, the good thing is now we're back to the civilization.
Exactly.
We're no longer in the.
Civilization.
We're no longer in the desert. So.
And we had a good workout for 2 days.
Exactly.
Digging holes.
26 hours.
I mean, if you're in the army, that's what you'd be doing anyway, digging holes.
But that's not the war, right? So, or you're not freeing
that's what
someone
do
from the
in
jail.
boot camp in the army, that's what they do, don't they? You just dig holes, fill them in, and you won't dig another one and fill it in.
Exactly. So you're an expert of Palm Springs. So is it the downtown area right
This
now?
is the downtown area, and there's lots of great boutique shops where you get clothes at a reasonable price, but high market stuff that you just don't see anywhere else.
Okay.
And all kind, so if you like that kind of shopping, and
Mhm.
lots of restaurants, lots of bars. There's an Irish bar just up there. Tommy Bahama's just behind us.
So everything.
Always live music.
So everything you're, and the name of the street is Palm Canyon
Yeah.
Drive.
Yeah.
So which means if someone gets here, they are gonna get everything to see.
Yeah. So this is the main street.
Okay.
Yeah.
That means that Palm Springs offers you both a wild west life and also a good life in the civilization, which means that if you get here and you want to experience both, it's a good option. So this city, the Palm Springs, is a good option. You can decide to go for 1-2 days to the desert, but not get stuck, and I'll come back to the downtown area and also to have a good nightlife, and yeah, to check out everything. Because the other night I also saw in the evening lots of young people also going out. So I assume, or I think, that the nightlife might be here good as well. So I didn't check it out this time, but I believe that I'm gonna come back here again. So yeah, then I could say from my own perspective. Now it's time to get back to the car and head back to LA. It's gonna be again roughly a 2-hour drive. And yes,
The entire 2 days in Palm Springs, despite the 26 hours of getting stuck, was worth it. I liked the adventure, and yes, I'm looking forward to doing it again, and will give my best to not get stuck again. Just enjoy the time here in the desert.